Have you ever spent time on your semi-cured gel nail strips only to watch them pop off or snag in your hair just a few days later? I've been there and I am so over it. But what if I told you there's a simple solution to make them last 4 to even 5 weeks without that frustration? Today, I'm sharing my secret tips, including 2 game-changing steps that you won't find anywhere else. Stick with me to the end and you'll be a semi-cured nail strip pro with nails that will last 4 weeks. Let's get started. Let's talk about nail prep. It's the most important step in making sure that your nail strips will last. If you skip this part or just speed through it, you're just asking for lifting or peeling. First, we're going to tackle the visible cuticle. This is the part of the cuticle that you can actually see. Using a cuticle pusher or even just the orange stick that comes right with the kit, you're going to push back the skin that's at the edge of your nail. This clears the way for the strips and gives them a nice clean edge to stick to. But here's the thing, even after pushing back that visible cuticle, there's a sneaky layer of dead skin that's clinging to your nail plate called the invisible cuticle. And this is where most people go wrong. You can't see it, but it is there. And if you skip removing it, your strips just will not adhere properly. That's why this next step is so important. You're going to grab an electric nail drill and gently file away at that invisible cuticle. The drill will allow you to get right up to the base of the nail without damaging anything. And it's going to create a perfectly smooth surface. I got my nail drill from Amazon and I'll drop a link down in the description. I'm going to use a fine grit bit on a really slow speed. Just go slow and steady, and if it feels a little bit uncomfortable when you're getting used to this, try reversing the direction of the drill bit. I find it's more comfortable for me to go forward when I'm drilling on my left hand and to go in reverse when I'm doing my right hand. Taking the time to remove both the visible and the invisible part of the cuticle with precision is going to give your nail strips the perfect surface to bond to. This is what's going to help them to last 4 weeks without lifting. And it's the foundation of everything that we're doing today, so do not rush it. Step number 2 is cleansing your nail. Now that your nails are prepped and the cuticle is taken care of, it's time to cleanse. Just grab the alcohol pad that comes in the kit and wipe down your nails. You can also just use rubbing alcohol on a cotton round. The alcohol is going to help to remove any oil, dirt, or just little bits of dust that are left over from your filing. Even if you've just washed your hands, the oil from your skin can get on your nails and really get in the way. By wiping your nails with alcohol, you're making sure the surface is as clean and dry as possible. And don't skip the edges. Make sure to swipe the alcohol pad all the way around the edges of your nail, especially by your cuticle. The goal is to get your nails as completely clean and dry as possible, so that the strips have the best possible chance of sticking. All right, it's time for step number 3, applying the nail strips. This part may seem a little bit self-explanatory, but there are a couple of tips that you'll want to use to make sure that your nail strips last a long time. First, make sure that you are grabbing a nail strip that is the exact same size as your nail or slightly smaller. You never want to size up. I know that it can be tempting to pick a strip that's just a little bit too big to make sure that it fully covers your nail, but trust me, it's going to look sloppy and the nail strip is going to stick to your skin instead of sticking to your nail. And when your skin naturally produces oil, that strip is not going to stick on anymore. You cannot leave any of the strip stuck to your skin or to your cuticle. You want the strip to fit exactly the same size as your nail or slightly smaller to make sure that everything sticks really well. So when you're ready to apply, just peel it off the clear backing and align the strip with the base of your nail. Just don't press down quite yet. You want to make sure that the strip is lined up properly. Take your time to adjust it and make sure that it's snug on the cuticle line. If you make a mistake, you can just peel it up and try again. Today, I'm using the brand Zinni Pin, and this style is called Floral Pigment. I actually filmed a whole video where I analyzed the 3 most popular brands of semi-cured nail strips and shared my final thoughts. Now that I've used this brand multiple times, I already know which size strips will work best for me. If you find that a strip is too wide for you, you can just trim it down. Likewise, if a strip isn't wide enough, some people say you can stretch it out. I find that that's a lot of contact on the strip and it won't end up sticking to my nail as well after it's been handled that much. I'd rather it just not fit perfectly at that point because I really want these to stay. Once you've got the strip where you want it, press it down gently and start smoothing it out towards the tip of your nails. Use your thumb or finger to smooth down the strip and get a nice, secure fit. Now that your nail strip is perfectly placed, it's time for step number 4, trimming and shaping. Personally, I think this part is kind of fun. This is where everything starts to come together. Once your nail strip is in place, use nail scissors or nail clippers to trim off the excess. I like going in with nail scissors first just to get the bulk of it off. Once that's done, I'll do my shaping with nail clippers. After trimming, you can shape the edges by gently clipping around the edges of your nail's curve. This will help to seal the edges and make sure that the nail strip fits perfectly to your nail. The clipping of the nail clippers is going to seal the edges and make the strip fit more closely to your nail itself. It will also help prevent any of the corners from lifting. I never shape my nails in advance of application. I find that trimming off a little bit of your nail as well as the strip really helps to form a tighter bond. The pinching of the nail clippers really seals well. You can also go around and use tweezers to really seal that outside edge. I have two important bonus tips here. First, it's so important that you don't let the strips extend past your natural nail. This will chip off or lift up, and then your nails will just pop off. They will only look good like this for a couple of days. Secondly, do not file these before curing. The strips are not hard. They're made of gel. So the only thing that filing is going to do is get nail shavings underneath the glue before you've had a chance to cure them. Now that we've got the strips trimmed to perfection, it's time for step number 5, sealing the edges. This step is what's going to keep your nail strips from peeling over time. This is also the crucial step in ensuring that you're not going to have the issue where your hair keeps getting snagged underneath the cuticle every time you run your fingers through your hair. To seal the edges, you're going to use the pointy part of your orange stick. Just take it and roll it around the edges of the strip, focusing on the area where the strip meets your cuticle and the sides of your nail. The goal here is really to press down and seal the edges so that they're securely attached to the nail without any gaps where water, dirt, or oils can sneak in. This extra step will also prevent the cuticle area from lifting or getting hair caught under it, which can be so annoying. All right, we are at one of the best tips for a long-lasting, flawless-looking mani. It's step number 6. Curing your nail strips with a press light. So here's the deal. Sealing with a press light helps make sure that the strip really bonds well to your nail. It makes everything tight and smooth so that you don't have that lifting after just a few days. Plus, it helps the strip conform better to the shape of your nail. When I started using a press light, I felt like my mani actually looked like I went to a salon and had them professionally done. To use the press light, hold it over your nail strip for about 30 seconds. These LED/UV wavelengths will be the first step in curing your strips. And since you're pressing down while curing, it's just going to help everything to adhere so much better. I like to kind of go in a circular motion. This is going to ensure that it's pressing down on the entire surface of the nail while it cures. This isn't just about curing the polish. It's about creating that strong seal that will help your nails to last for weeks. And if you're prone to getting your hair snagged underneath the cuticle, this step will seriously minimize that. I got my press light from Jelly Drops. If you want to try it yourself, click the link down in the description and you can use code Melissa for 10% off your order. By the way, before we finish, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future beauty videos. I post new tutorials all the time. Now that your strips are securely in place and cured, it's time for step 7, the final shaping to making everything look flawless. This is where filing the edges comes in. It's a simple step, but it makes a huge difference in just giving your nails that clean, finished look. Start by grabbing a nail file. Preferably, you'll want a soft one and nothing that's too rough. You're going to gently file the tips of your nails to remove any excess strip that's hanging over or not perfectly shaped. The goal is to get those edges nice and smooth and make sure that the strip fits your nail shape exactly. By the end of the step, your nails should look neatly shaped and perfect, with no rough or lifting edges. Now that your nails are filed and perfectly shaped, it's time for bonus step number 8, applying a top coat. I can't say that this makes a difference in the longevity of how long your nails will actually last, but it does give my nails that beautiful glossy salon quality finish. I'll be using the eye gel glossy top coat, also from Jelly Drops. It's made specifically for gel nail strips. It's going to create a smooth glossy layer over the top of the strip and also protect it from chips and scratches. Sometimes the strips may have a natural scratch or a slight damage to the surface of it, or maybe you damaged it while squeezing it with tweezers or fixing the cuticles. Using this glossy top coat, it's going to help cover over all of those damages and really just make them look flawless. Additionally, like in the case of the mani I'm applying right now, it's going to help those 3D gems to really stay on. Don't over apply the top coat. A thin layer is all you need. You want just enough to seal the strips and give it that beautiful shine. If you go too thick, it'll just pool at the edges and be messy. Just like the semi-cured strips, you don't want this on your skin, just your nails. Once you've applied the top coat, cure them under your UV or LED light for 60 seconds. I personally like using an LED light to avoid the extra UV exposure, but either will work, so just use whatever's best for you. This top coat step will really pull everything together. It also ensures your nails will be glossy and perfectly smooth for weeks to come. Plus, it gives your nails that perfect shine that makes them look like they were professionally done. Once everything is cured, you're ready to enjoy your gorgeous and professional looking nails. Don't forget to click the links down below to grab everything you might need for your own flawless mani. Winnie and I also picked out a couple more videos that you might like to enjoy, as well as the one where I analyzed the top 3 brands of semi-cured strips to find the one that I thought was the best. And that's it. If you haven't already, hit subscribe for more beauty secrets, and I'll see you next time. Bye!